This is Lawtina Life.
Dropping out. I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do law school. Yeah. I'm so done.
Puro 956 right here.
I don't know who you think you are. You know, I'm not gonna, it makes me aggressive. You want to see aggressive?
It makes me want to be.
Give me that. Like literally, give me that. I'm joking, but I'm not.
It's good. The fact that you don't like me as much as I do is weird.
That's odd.
Hi guys, welcome back to Lawtina Live. This is Anna. You want to introduce yourself? Just kind of like who you are, where you're from, that kind of thing.
Yeah, of course. So, hello everyone. My name is Ana Palacios. I am originally from the Rio Grande Valley. Moved up here to Houston for law school. I'm currently a 2L here with Jules. And I just got sworn in as HILSA president. So excited. I'm so blessed. Cannot ask for more of a great year, great time. It's 2024. We're getting things together.
Yes. Yeah. Honestly. Okay. So for those who don't know, what is HILSA?
So HILSA is a Hispanic Law Student Association. We are the chapter here at Thurgood Marshall School of Law, and really it's just an environment to be with people that you're more familiar with, to be with other Hispanics, same kind of cultural background. But obviously, it's not only Hispanics. It's not only Mexicans, Dominicans, PRDR, however you see it. It's people just getting together and having a good time. And
it really is, though.
We really just put that emphasis on our students, on our members, that anyone can join.
Yeah, it's honestly so nice. HILSA is like one of the best, if not the best, org at Thurgood, and I can't wait to see what you do with it.
Thank you.
Anna is a boss. Honestly, I look up to you a lot. Like, I want to be when I grow up. But yeah, so I want to talk a bit about what you're excited about, what you're nervous about with being president, and that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. So luckily with president, I'm actually the third consecutive president in the row that is female. So yeah, we're very excited about that. I think the president right before that was Baldo, and he was a great person to look up to for his leadership, his non-traditional student thing, and everything. He had a lot to share with the org. He still gives back to our org, and I want to do the same thing. After him, we had Gabby. Gabby Lopez.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She was a president my first year. She was amazing.
1Ls, right?
When we were 1L, she definitely made it a point to talk to individual members, prospective members.
She definitely did. Talk
to students, tell her what the org is, relax. And she was really just a very relaxing vibe. Like, you got this. Don't worry. Totally. You will figure it out. Now we have my predecessor, which is Lauren.
I love
Lauren Gonzalez.
Everybody loves Lauren. I love Lauren so much.
Lauren is literally the best and the most icon Hispanic I've probably met here at law school.
I would love for her to come on the podcast one day soon. I'm like her biggest fan.
Yeah. If we could have a fangirl club over Lauren, we would.
Literally.
Just to sing some of her praises. Currently, she just finished being HILSA president. Right. She was law review editor-in-chief. She was, I believe she's also like VP of her class.
I think so.
She's VP of her class, or she's VP for not SBA.
No, it's not SBA.
It has to be for her class.
Yeah.
So she's VP for her class, and she makes dean's list. She's a mom. I know Mia. She has at least like 2 or 3 kids, and she is what law school encompasses. Literally. She has a beautiful soul. She's so inspiring.
She's so good at mock trial.
Oh, she has won so many things in mock trial. I forgot that too.
Yeah, and she's from Corpus. All my people from Corpus, because I'm from Corpus, so I have to shout out Corpus. But yeah, she's so dope. I love her. So, and then after Lauren comes you.
Then's me. So, I definitely do not have the stamina Lauren does, but I'm gonna try my best to do what I can do great for HILSA. I'm really excited to start this position. To shout out some of my board. Right now, it's me as president, Chrisandra Jones as VP, Himani for treasurer, and then parliamentarian Cassandra Garcia, which is a 1L, Cristel Morales. She is our secretary?
Yeah.
She's our secretary, and she is a 1L as well. We have Eileen. She is our historian. And then we have Attorney General, which is Caitlin Hernandez, and I love all these women. We really got to showcase these women at the HILSA Gala this past Friday. I can add
a photo of the board right now to the podcast. But yeah, I'll show them.
Oh, perfect. Oh, Kendra Newman.
Oh, Kendra.
My bad. Kendra, she just joined us. No, she's treasurer and Hamani sergeant of arms.
Yeah, it's a long list. You guys will see the photo, but
yeah,
it's
my
a lot
bad.
No, you're fine. It literally just. So, are you ready to be a Latino or Latina in the legal field? It's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be very tough. I am ready as much as I can be, but I'm also taking it one step at a time, and I think that's a super, super important thing that not only COVID but law school taught me, that you just take things one step at a time. You take, what's that saying, that how do you eat
elephant or something?
Yeah,
right?
how do you eat an elephant, which is very morbid. I don't want to eat an elephant.
Why do we say that?
It's like, wow, like, ugh.
Yeah.
Anything. How do you handle anything? You take it one step at a time.
Yeah.
How do you handle a marathon? You take it one step at a time.
You eat the elephant one bite at a time, right? I think that's what the saying is. I'm not gonna eat an elephant, but but yeah, that makes sense though. Yeah, I'm excited, but I know it's gonna be challenging just because like what are we, like 3% or like, actually no, 6%?
Yeah,
Latinos are 6%.
Latinos, and I think half of that, less than half of that is women.
Yeah, Latinas.
So
it's gonna be a ride for sure, but I think it's important. Like, representation matters. You know, we were talking about this before the podcast. Like, that's something that I wanted the podcast to be about, is because for me, I haven't seen like on YouTube, or maybe I'm missing it, but on YouTube or even podcasts, I haven't seen Latinos or Latinas, Latina specifically, in the legal field and like doing it, and just seeing that, I feel is going to help people, you know, who are coming.
No, definitely. So I come from the Valley, as like I said, and those who don't know, Rio Grande Valley, Puro 956 right here. That's a very big Hispanic community.
Yep.
We're right along the border, so
the best food
the
ever.
shape of Texas. We are at the very southernmost tip of the border. We're right along where Matamoros is. We're right around where Reynosa is. If you hear those names before, especially on the news, that's where I'm currently from. So we have a huge Hispanic community. Talking about like 90% of my high school graduates were Hispanic. Most of the high schools there were Hispanic.
That's so cool.
So it was definitely a culture shock coming over here to Houston.
No, I bet. Yeah.
And it's just so funny.
So diverse. It's so, and I didn't like, so Corpus, I feel like Corpus, like I always say, it's like the baby valley. Like, it's small.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like,
I'll call it.
Yeah. So it was a culture shock for me too, to come to Houston, and it's just so diverse. Like, there's just everybody. It's a melting pot of like literally every culture and every ethnicity, and I love it. You know, I feel like it's gonna be easier to practice here than maybe somewhere like Waco. You know, for us.
Yeah,
you know?
we definitely, and Houston's legal community is also very big.
Yes,
coming from somewhere that big to try to go back to the Valley. Like, there's not like a Houston Bar Association. There's no Valley Bar Association. Right. That's just not a thing.
Right.
And that's what the funnier part is, like, because so many lawyers know each other, because it's such a smaller community, you don't need orgs like that so much compared to Houston, that it's so big and so many different types of lawyers from different ethnicities and backgrounds and practices. So it's just such a different experience coming from somewhere like Hidalgo County to coming up here and
Harris
County.
Huge county. Houston is huge.
I think Houston got one of the top 10 biggest cities in the U.S.
Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt it. It's huge. And like that one Drake song, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, like it's one of those three songs. It's one of those three cities. It's huge. I feel like in law school, it's like dog years. You know?
Yes.
Like 1 month is like 7. Like, you know, like I was talking about this on my first podcast. I don't know if you saw. I'm like horrible at math. So I was like, 1 year is, never mind. Just, y'all know dog years. Do the math.
Yeah, it's 1 year is 7 dog years.
Yeah, there you go.
It feels like that to from law school. Like, if you see anybody's pictures, it is so funny.
We've aged so much.
If you see anybody's like right before they started law school and then right when they ended, like,
That's
it is
a grown woman. That's a grown
they
man.
went through something. Or the pictures they take right after the bar, they're like, oh, post bar meal or whatever, and they just look,
are you okay?
tired, burned.
Is everything all right?
Yes. It's like, you see on their stories and they're just like, I'm like, babe, you're 24.
Yeah. Are you okay?
That's the surrealist part about law school, is that time means nothing. Like, everyone is coming from something different. I have met grown people with married and 3 kids and had a whole career before law school, and then they're coming and they're working with people who are freshly grad 22, 23, coming to law school and knowing absolutely nothing about the
same
world.
level. Yeah.
And we're like, no, we're still all learning the same thing.
We
all got the same part.
Let's talk a bit about the Valley, because oh my God, I love the Valley. So what is your favorite restaurant there in the Valley?
Oh God, that's so hard.
What is your top 3?
Okay, so let me take it back from the Valley. I am originally from Weslaco, Texas. Okay. I am I think I was born in Edinburgh, raised in Weslaco. My parents' house is still in Weslaco. It's still in the same house where we grew up. I graduated from Weslaco, went to middle school in Weslaco. Like, that is my domicile. That's a fun law school word.
School joke.
So,
your domicile.
But a lot of my dad's family is from Edinburgh. So I spent almost as much time or equal time over there because I was always hanging out with my family, doing stuff over there. So a lot of my family is from Edinburgh, and we do a lot of stuff over there, and it is huge. We have a huge family, and I don't know many people from the Valley who does not have a huge family. So originally I am the youngest of 8. And
wow, that's a lot.
That is
baby?
a lot. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Do you have any older sisters?
I have 3 older sisters, 4 older brothers.
That is so cool, dude.
It is.
You're the baby sister. Oh, you're spoiled. I bet.
Oh, my brothers are 3L.
Oh, I know that. I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
You have a lot of family.
So a lot of us are also attorneys. So
I love that for you.
So many of us. And it's so fun. This is my favorite thing. So a lot of anywhere we go, especially being from TMSO, they're like, how many of us are first gen law students, graduates of college, whatever. And a lot of people raise their hand. And it's so funny because I'm like, I never raised my hand, but technically I am, because neither of my parents are attorneys. My mom's a teacher and she's still teaching, and then my dad is a manager at a motel back home. And so technically I am first gen, but I'm like, I'm not gonna do. We're not the same. Like, I'm like, it's different, but it's not.
Vibe. Because so how? Oh, break it down. Who in your family is attorneys? Like, where does that happen for you?
Okay, so youngest of 8. Out of 4 of my brothers, 2 of them are attorneys. One is a 3L with us. And then another one, he isn't an attorney. None of my sisters are attorneys either. One's a stay-at-home mom. And then my other sister, she is disabled and she lives with my parents. She has cerebral palsy. So we have, just in my immediate family, we have about to be 4. So half of us would literally be attorneys.
That is so awesome.
From there, my dad has 11 brothers and sisters.
Right.
He's a 12th one. So out of his brothers and sisters, only one is an attorney, and he was our first attorney in the family. And they were like, you're going to go to get educated. And a lot of my dad's whole family got raised in the fields. They were there picking. They were migrants.
My family too. My mom too. Yeah, my mom too.
So they did all of that, and the one who became an attorney was the youngest, and they're like, you're going to get educated, you're not going to go through the same things we did, you're going to school.
That's so Latino.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they're like, no.
Yeah.
We're making your life.
Yeah.
So he went off to law school, and from there has been, I think the number of attorneys in my family has grown to about 20.
Wow. God, that gives me chills, like, seriously. That's what I want for my people.
It is such a beautiful thing.
Oh, that makes
and
me
20
emotional.
sounds so much, but I also have 100 and something 100 plus odd first cousins.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the numbers kind of make sense.
Yeah.
So I have cousins on cousins that have gone through our law school, and currently right now, I think we are in a generation, we're in a span right now where a lot of the first and second cousins are finishing college, law school. And so my brother is the third one in the 3rd consecutive year to graduate. Then it's me, and then my cousin's a 1L, and then we have somebody coming up this upcoming 1L.
So are all of y'all Palacios?
Technically.
Different names.
Yeah, so the one that's a current 1L, her grandfather is my uncle. So and her mom was his daughter. Yeah. So that's why she has her father's last name. Yeah. So technically no, but blood yes.
But yeah, the same like family. So like first of all, congratulations to your people. Like that
Thank you.
Is something that I want for my family so bad. I want to be the one to be like, hey, look, we can do this, you know? Whatever it is that they want to do, we can do this, because I was the first one out of everybody to go to college. To graduate from college, and that's what I want, you know. That's so dope. It's
funnier
amazing.
Because a lot of people assume that, oh, it's because your whole family's attorney, you're going to be an attorney. Like, No, you think we wanted to choose this? We tried everything.
Why would I want this for myself?
We tried everything. Like, we're done with, like, we have enough attorneys. So go be a doctor. Go do something.
Right.
But we just fell in love with it. And
Yeah.
it's the passion we have for civil rights. It's the passion we have to do more give back to the community, to do all these great
Helping
things.
people.
Yeah. So a lot of my family are current judges, past judges, have been on school boards, one's currently, my uncle, he's the current district attorney over in Hidalgo County.
That's so awesome. That's so cool, dude.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, that's so cool. And so do you think that you guys are going to be like a powerhouse like in the valley, like the family, you know what I mean? I feel like you guys could make a dynasty out of that. So many attorneys,
A
you
lot
guys
of
could
people-
cover everything.
A lot of people do already consider us a dynasty because
Me too.
because
Honestly.
of how closely connected we are, how much we've worked together, how much we're in the same field,
Yeah.
and then how many lives we've touched in different ways.
That's so cool.
So before my uncle became district attorney, he was the Edinburgh municipal judge for 30 years. And
That is so cool.
And he was like, I'm going to change it up and go be a district attorney. Like, I haven't done enough.
You razzle dazzle somewhere else.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful thing. And we see our cousins everywhere. We see our family members at a courthouse. And if you know Hispanics, we hire within our own family. We hire with.
You keep it.
We really
in-house.
don't do like formal interviews. We'll like, hey, so and so is looking for a job, and they're interested, and they're like, okay, cool. And so
cool.
that is how we get the ball rolling. So at my brother's firm, it's him, and then his law partner is our cousin, and one of her legal assistants is her brother's girlfriend, which is our cousin's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And
God, that's so awesome.
like, it just keeps going that we just like, we want our own. I hate to say our own people to see, but we want to see the people close to us succeed and do well.
Yeah. That's like the most beautiful thing ever, dude. Like, I think you realize how cool that is, but from somebody who wants that so badly for my family to just dominate something, you know what I mean? Or dominate everywhere. I think that's so awesome. I can't wait to see you be something even huger than all of your cousins, or you know what I mean? All you and your cousins all elevate. Like, that is so dope.
I would also say this wasn't like a 5-year thing or a 10-year thing. The first person in our family that went to law school happened in the 90s.
Yeah.
So this is like 30 years in the making of how many of us have gone to law school.
That is so awesome.
And each of us have gone to law school and done our own thing. I would like to give a shout out to my Tío Juanito. He has 3 kids that all went to law school, came to TMSL, graduated, and are now attorneys. That's insane.
Like, it's believable, but I'm gonna say unbelievable because I'm like, that's just so amazing.
It is so amazing.
That's amazing.
Especially because a lot of them were practicing. They came to law school so many years ago. Like, there was not the Hispanic community.
Yeah.
Then as it is now, and even
you guys
by
created
then,
the Hispanic community. You like your family, you know. It's you guys.
Yeah, a lot of us did come to TMSL, and that's where it kind of hits close to home, because a lot of us came over here. A lot of us took the same professors. Like one of my cousins who graduated in like the 90s literally took Professor Douglas.
Oh my God.
Like, and that is insane.
If you know, you know. You guys had Professor Douglas. I haven't had Professor Douglas, but I know all about him because of his reputation. He's just so influential in the school,
and he's been teaching for He's been teaching at least for the past 40 odd years.
Wow. That's so cool. I feel like I could ask you and talk to you about your family for like an hour.
Yes,
I would love to hear about that. And maybe like when I like get like a bigger studio, I could have like you and some cousins come in, because that would be so cool to hear.
Oh, that would be amazing.
You know, that'd be so cool. So,
but going back to your original restaurant and favorite restaurant,
right, that's where
going
we started.
back.
That's where we started.
So the whole thing was, there's a lot of beautiful food, delicious food in the valley, and you can get almost anything anywhere.
Right.
So I have to give out some of my favorites. In Huasago, Casa de Mariscos. And we recently, me and my fiance and his family went there this past Saturday. Oh my God. Yummy. Delicious. Iconic. Yummy. It is so like, hold on. Let me pull out a picture and you can show it to them.
Yeah, whatever she pulls up, I'll show you guys. But that sounds, it's, mariscos is shrimp, right?
Yeah.
So, House of Shrimp.
Look at this insane picture.
Oh my God, you guys. I mean, you guys are seeing it right now, but geez. That's
Like,
so delicious.
Do you know how much this plate was?
How much?
$13. Because that is reasonable.
That's like a good price for that. Like, say in Houston, I have, and all the Houstonians are going to come for me, I feel. I haven't found any good Mexican food. And when I say good, I mean Mexican food. Like,
yeah, I don't want you to speak English.
Right.
in the most non-controversial way, but it's
yeah.
just different. So one place I found here that's close to my heart, and I hate that I'm going to drop this on y'all. Aguas Calientes. It's right near Gulf Gate. Mm-hmm. So best gorditas I have ever
I'm
had.
gonna try it.
So
we're putting y'all on. Everybody watching.
We're putting y'all on. The pool of the cheese, the chicharrón con salsa verde.
Yum.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's so good.
I'm like, we're going after this.
We're actually gonna post pictures after.
Yeah.
It is so yummy.
But yeah, so you are a fiance.
I am.
She said, my man. How is wedding planning going?
I never understood when people said, do not plan a wedding or get married or do anything serious during law school. And I was like,
just don't do anything other than law school during law school.
I'm like, y'all are crazy. What do you mean? I can do everything I set my little heart to and more. It is hard.
They were right?
A little.
Just they had a point.
Just a little.
Y'all might have had a point.
But I'm also a very, very, very lax bride.
Okay, cool.
And I feel like if you're a lax bride, you don't say you're a lax bride, but I am. I swear I am. Like,
yes, I swear I'm chill.
Like, I swear. Like, my bridesmaids, I just told them, this is a color, this is an affordable website, go my loves. Like, find something, wear it, put it on the day of, you're gonna walk down the aisle. That's it. Like, that is all I'm asking.
Yep.
I'm not asking you to get your hair done in a specific way, your makeup done in a specific way, a specific dress. And the brides who do that, great.
Yeah.
Y'all,
no tea, no shade to y'all.
Yeah. Like, I love that for y'all. I'm glad you can do it, but it's just like, every body type's different. People's comfortability level is different, and it's just like, I'm not going to micromanage that bad.
Right.
And
so how has it been having a partner in law school? Like, has it been hard?
He is definitely my other half.
Right.
We are very much a balancing act of our personalities, of our families, of the way we grew up, because we grew up together. We grew up in the same city. We went to the same middle school, high school. We went to 2 different colleges, but still both in the Valley. And he came up here to Houston with me after he transferred for work. And it was very different living together at first, because it was like, what's my space or your space? Like, what's okay to do? Because usually when you hang out with your significant other, like, you want to give them all your time and attention because it's only for so long. Right. But now that this person is there unlimited, now you're like, okay, when is it okay for me to go do my own thing? When is it? Right. So
when are we hanging out?
Yeah, when are we hanging out, and when are we roommates? Because there's a very much of a line.
Yeah.
And then where are we, like, you still don't want to lose the terms of the relationship. You don't want to lose the date nights. You don't want to lose missing, like, doing the intimate stuff together. Yeah.
And so from 1L year, we had sections. We, like, each of us had the same exact schedule. So my section had this, like, we would go to class together every single day, all day.
The same 50 people
for a whole year.
5 classes minus lawyer processing.
Yeah, for a whole year. And then 2L year, we're all mixed in together. But it's like, I feel like I don't see anybody. Like you said, our schedules are so weird that even if I have class with someone, they're so big, the classes are so big, I don't even have that, like, connection. And everyone at Thurgood, anybody who goes to law school that has a section like that, you get it. Like, you guys end up becoming family, and, like, I'm still close with my section mates and we don't even talk. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's a weird dynamic shifting from 1L to 2L year.
Also the supporting, because they saw you on your first day and you're scared, and then seeing them prosper and do great. Like, that is my favorite thing. Do our best. That's all I can say.
Yeah. So do you know what you want to practice after law school?
Right now, if I had to choose one for the rest of my life, would be criminal defense.
Okay.
I really, really
like. Up. I see you.
I really like criminal defense, and I can go a whole inch of spiel on that. But I'm also really interested, and this is a recent discovery, of estate planning and probate.
Ooh.
Which for estate planning,
and trust. I see you.
Estate planning, for those who aren't in law school, is basically what you're going to do with your estate. What are you going to do with what you own, how it's taken care of? If you yourself cannot make decisions on your behalf, how are you going to be taken care of? all those things like that. And it's really not talked about enough, and a lot of people don't worry about that because it's like, it's not immediate, so I'm not going to worry. Like criminal defense, like obviously you're in jail, you have court coming up, you have to hire an attorney. Family, you have a divorce, you need to hire an attorney. You're merging companies, okay, you need a business attorney. Like it's always right then now.
Yeah.
Estate planning is people really who think ahead and like, I don't want my family or whoever to worry, or I don't want any issues, or I really want this person to do this or that. And that's where estate planning comes in. And it's really an important law because what happens? Like truly, like, God forbid anything happens to your mom, dad right now. Like, who is going to make decisions on their behalf? Who can do this? Who's going to be
power of attorney?
Who has power of attorney?
Charge?
Yeah. And especially with how many siblings I have, it's like, what if there's conflicting things? What if, and like I also said, my parents take care of my sister. Like, how's that going to work?
Right.
How is she going to go forward? And all these little things, it adds up.
Yeah.
So you really like have to take a time and think about it. And a lot of people say it's also a cost.
Yeah.
And it is a cost. It is. And a lot of times you can't do it by yourself. But I'm telling you, the importance of giving somebody medical power of attorney, financial power of attorney, just gives them that one little step. Director's physician gives them that one little step of a peace of mind.
Yep.
Because I cannot tell you how hard it is to get a hold of somebody's bank account if they're incapacitated to take care of it themselves. If they need to make decisions on their behalf, like how are you going to handle that? How are you going to move forward? Yeah. And especially in the Mexican culture, like a lot of things are under one person's name, but somebody else completely lives there or has it. Yeah. Like my car is under my grandma's name.
Yeah, but you have it.
Yeah, but it's like my car, I pay for it. Yeah. Anything happens, it's like it's on her.
Yeah. Yeah, so, that's crazy. I didn't even, honestly, it didn't like, I'm in wills and trusts right now. That's the class you learn majority of that stuff in. And I didn't even, I don't know. I understand why it's important, but the way you put it, like that makes a lot of sense. Well, in a year when you're an attorney, you guys hire Anna because I will not be working in estate planning because I just don't enjoy wills. Like it's just not something that makes me passionate, but we need that. And we go through law school. We, like I always say, we rewire our brain because I feel like we really do, you know. I like before law school, like say for example, had I looked up the law or like seen like a fact pattern. For those who don't know what a fact pattern is, it's kind of like make believe. Like someone is like, okay, so this person does this and that.
Yeah, it's basically a story. It's basically like somebody comes to you and tells you, my baby daddy did this, and then this happened, and then this and this. What can you do? What can you do for me? Yeah. How can we move forward?
And that's how our tests are. That's what we have to get through and get the right answer from.
Oh yeah, the tests are even more insane because some tests will be like, apply all the laws you think are applicable. What? That's not even a question. That's a demand.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Before I got into law school, I didn't realize how important it is to have an attorney in your life or just know an attorney, be able to hire an attorney like that. It's crazy because
and then so much in the community is a quid pro quo.
What does that mean?
So it's more of like maybe a prosecutor you can talk to a prosecutor differently because the attorney and him are friends or on a friendlier basis, or they're not going to be as so stern with the plea offer because you guys know, or they're going to be more stern because y'all aren't just on the same track, and different things like that. And representation when you're getting investigative representation, when there's a reason we're called advocates and counselors. Like we're advocating for you because it gets too emotional on your behalf. Like we are your champion. We are the ones you're picked. Then we get into the conversation of AI. Do you even need an attorney anymore? That has been the funnest. I don't even know that's a word.
I don't think it's a word. But I think that the fact that we know it's not a word is like from some show. I think it might have been SpongeBob or something. But yeah, it is the most fun I have seen in a debate. Like, oh, do you think AI will replace you? And I'm like, no, absolutely not. No. It would be insane and have to have such an advancement in AI to be able to replace an attorney because the law isn't just a checklist. You have the arguments and the debates and putting out your best foot forward. And just because you have X, Y, and Z does not mean you're guilty of this, because you have to be judged by a jury of your peers. Yep. And the attorney is going to be able to read people. AI cannot. Right. An attorney is going to be able to make on the spot decisions, change their line of questioning, do things differently because of how they read the people and how their experience.
perceives how it's going.
Yep. And that's such an interesting topic, AI. So I honestly don't think that it's a bad thing. You know, AI can help with like organizing maybe like a firm or like organizing files. Find this file for me. Things like that. Things that is like
love AI.
Yeah.
I use it almost every day.
Yeah, it's so helpful. But there's a debate out there in the law world for those who don't know, or maybe not in the law field, like that we might get replaced, like you said, by AI. Yeah, right. Try and replace me in a courtroom, or try and replace, you know what I mean? Try and replace me, something like that. Like, that is not.
They might be able to help with like the little things of a law firm, or to draft a motion very quickly,
right,
or to make arguments. But where this comes back into, if you're a good or bad attorney, we've also heard a lot of the story that some attorney, I don't even know the name.
Yeah, I heard this story too. I know what you're going to say.
That used AI, and that AI made up the cases to fit the argument. And none of those cases were real. And I guess a judge or some clerk figured it out and was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And I don't know the punishment. I don't even know where this happened. Yeah. But that is insane.
Yeah.
Because that's one, that sucks. That's your record on the line.
Right.
That's a very public thing. Like when you public something,
it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. And then when you put something to the court, you're swearing to the court. You're under oath that this is true. This is to the best of your knowledge. Of court, yeah. So then you can then you have the bar association on you as well, because you lied as a judicial officer, and that's also super scary, and you can get suspended, or your license can be revoked, like all these big things. And for what? Like, is this one research assignment?
30 minutes of not researching, 30 minutes of jumping on LexisNexis, and it would have been
you know what, 30 minutes of verifying this AI's work.
Just a minute of reading through the case law. For like those who don't understand case law, so when you go to make an argument in court, you can use something called case law. Basically, if another court has said, hey, this is the rule, now you can use that to try and persuade the judge. And so that's what we were talking about, that they used a case where a judge just ruled on something, but that literally never happened.
Yeah, the case like didn't exist. When I say I use AI for everything, I have used it to make my study schedule. For midterms, I have used it to
show me that, dude. I don't know about that.
I have used it to help me understand a subject better. I have used it to put in my symptoms when I'm sick. Like,
I'm scared to do that because I'll just believe it. Like, oh, this is it. It's the end. You know.
So I have a story. So I had an eye infection last May or June, right, in 2023, and I was like, I couldn't see, lights hurt, like I was like, and this is like Memorial Day weekend, like nothing is open. Oh, that's where my wedding is.
Really?
May 25th. Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, my birthday's May 31st, so like a few days later.
Yeah, but still, the vibe.
Yeah, the vibe. That's me. I always say that.
So, and I was like, sensitive light, burning, tearing up, everything. And I was like, I need something. I need to figure out what this is. I need to take something over the counter because I cannot live like this.
Right.
So this is Sunday. Monday comes around. Obviously, no one's open. I put my symptoms into the AI, and I was like, okay, X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, oh, we think you have this. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm still going to look around, call a doctor, because it's my eye. I'm not going to mess with that.
Yeah.
And sure enough, right on point. It was whatever I had. He was like, oh, yeah, you do have that. And I was like, wow. That's insane.
Cool. Oh my god. I bet
and again, I don't think AI could replace doctors either.
That's what I was gonna say. I wonder if the med students are like, oh god, they're coming for me. The AI is coming for my job too.
If I couldn't find a doctor, then I was like, okay, I think I have this. Let me try to find something over the counter for it.
Right.
But luckily I did find a doctor. But
yeah, they can't replace doctors either.
No, because all the sudden cases of fever. How are you gonna work anything like that without someone be there? How are you going to take somebody's blood pressure, pulse, anything?
Need people.
Yeah.
That's so cool. But that is all we have for today. So thank you so much for coming on the podcast. If you would like for me to add anything, maybe like some information for Hilsa, or maybe like your Instagram, anything like that, I'll add it. Okay. You can just give it to me, whatever. But thank you so much for coming.
Of course.
I had so much fun.
We had a lot of fun. It was really just a flow of
just chatting. Yeah, just chatting. But this is Anna. Thank you guys so much. This has been Lawtina Live, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.